I cancelled and they took the money. A colleague of mine said, "Kya lawyer." Hi guys, the sun is running away from me. I'm sorry about this guys, but anyway, I thought, since a lot of people have been asking me about my travels to Zanzibar and how much I paid and what I did and all that stuff, I thought maybe I should just do like a video of how I managed to put everything and organize everything for Zanzibar.
Kimamba on the beats.
Najua mamisko sawa, wananiona michawa. You are so beautiful, you are my banana. Nisipokutiaga machoni moyoni kwepiwa unawaka.
And before we get into this, guys, if you really enjoy my videos, if you really like what I do, like, subscribe. The subscribe button is below. It's the red one with the white words. I have to say this all the time now. And let me know what kind of videos you want to see, because I want to really produce videos that really help you and not just me babble on and on about stuff that really you don't care about. So yeah, let's just get into the video. Okay, so before I get into the whole what I did, how I arranged everything for my travels, I just wanted to get a little bit of a history in before that. The reason I traveled to Zanzibar, and I traveled solo, by the way, people don't understand that I traveled by myself. I did not travel with my family, I did not travel with friends, I just traveled by myself. A colleague of mine said, "Kya lawyer," for going solo on traveling to Zanzibar, and I didn't get that, but anyway, with much love. So yeah, I decided to go solo because I realized that if I wait for people like friends and family, I'll wait forever. And I've had family that have been like, "Can we just go somewhere, it's cheap," and stuff like that, like Thailand, and they'll be like, "Oh, finances are not really good at the moment, maybe next year, oh, this and that." And I realized, you know what, I just have to accept that everybody has a different priorities. Just because my priorities at the moment are traveling doesn't mean someone else is traveling. Maybe their priorities is something else, you know. And I just had to like really pack up the courage and say, you know what, fine, I might as well just travel by myself. So that's what I did, and I did. And I thought like I wanted to travel cheap so that I can kind of open a pathway to traveling cheap for people, because I realized a lot of people, especially black people, in South Africa, we don't really like travel much because we're like, it's expensive, we don't, and there's a lot of options out there for traveling cheap, so, and other places that are affordable. So I thought, let me just do that. But then there was a turn in this, and I'll explain that later in the video. So most of the time at night, that's when I really go crazy. I'm like, where am I in my life? I want to travel. I haven't been traveling. What's the problem? No one is holding me back. My parents are not holding me back. My friends are not holding me back. I'm holding myself back. So one night I decided, you know what, I think it was September this year, and I was on leave, and one of the nights there I was just like, I've had enough of thinking about this, I'm gonna do it. So I went on booking.com and I booked a resort. I think it was a crystal resort, and I think it was 4,000 something for either 6 to 7 nights. I'm not really sure what was the price there, but I really didn't mind. Even just looking at the pictures, I was like, it's not the best, but I don't care, I will go. Okay. And I actually went for the option that says booking without cancellation, so you kind of pay less, and if you book with cancellation you pay more. So I told myself, nope, if I say booking with cancellation, I'm not gonna go anywhere. So I decided to go with the booking without cancellation. And the next morning when I woke up, I realized, you know what, it's best to just go to a travel agency and get the other stuff sorted, like flights and travel insurances, because I wasn't sure about that. And I went to Flight Center, which is the one in our mall, which is the Val Mall. So I just went straight to it. And oh yeah, and before that I actually went online to check the deals and stuff for Mango, and also check deals for Flight Center and stuff. And I inquired online, but they took forever. So the next day I thought, I can't wait any longer, I just want to go, I really want to go. This wasn't actually I wanted to just do this and be done with it. So I went to the travel agency the next day, and luckily I got help by this lady who Anzel, who has been to Zanzibar with her friends. She recommended me to stay at the Uroa Bay Beach Resort because that's where they stayed and they had a really good time. And I was on I have already booked an accommodation with booking.com. So, and she was like, really? And it's like, yeah, it's Crystal Resort, and not bed shaming any resorts or anything, but that's what I'm just trying to tell you guys. And she went on the site and she was like, yeah, it doesn't look really that nice. Look at the beds and everything, and like you don't really get the culture out of that place, and that's what I was looking for. So we kind of ended up being like, you know what, it's fine, let's just go with your recommendation, which was the Uroa Bay Beach report, which was the Uroa Bay Beach Resort. And I don't actually know the amounts that I paid for that accommodation, but because I was alone I had to pay like more because for people sharing the deal. So I ended up having to pay more because I was alone. So if you don't want to pay a lot, guys, on accommodation, and you do enjoy being around people, I'd recommend going to like stay at a hostel. Like it's like a house that has a lot of beds. It's not like a hostel like how we know in South Africa, but they really are like, they've got the nicest places. Just get the most nicest reputable ones, and yeah, enjoy time and not spend a lot of money. But I don't really do well with people in spaces, everybody knows that. So I can only just talk to people for like a short period of time, and then I need to just unwind and like hear nothing. So I have a problem there, but I think in future I will try that to see how it goes, and I'll let you know. So yeah, accommodation, to finish it off, after I've already now done everything, I had to like cancel the accommodation for booking.com, and because I said booking without canceling, I had to pay 70% of that amount. So I ended up paying 3,000 something, guys. 3,000 something, because when you book with your card, the bank card. So if like you cancel it, then they just take it immediately. So that's what happened. I canceled and they took the money, guys. 3,000 something. I'm a person where I lose money and I'm just like, yeah, I did lose a lot of money, but yeah. But this one I felt it, guys, to the point where I was like, I'm not gonna sleep there. Why are they taking so much money? Might as well just go and sleep there then, because I've already used that money. You know what I mean? That's how I felt. But I kind of like let it go and just calm down about it. But yeah, anyway, that's accommodation done. You have like a breakfast option, like you get a free breakfast, but I wanted an all-inclusive meals option because I didn't really know what I was gonna expect there, honestly. And it's like a resort, it's like kind of like far away from everything else, and I didn't want to have the stress of going to pay for stuff and then my card doesn't work or I don't have enough cash with me. So I just did an all-inclusive meals. Even if I do tours outside where I have to skip like lunch or dinner, that's fine with me, as long as I don't have to hassle with paying at the end of the trip. That was fine with me. So I did like one with breakfast, lunch and supper, and drinks all day. So some people will be so happy about that one. To be quite honest, I didn't really actually use that drinks all day option because I don't know, there's so much you can put in your stomach, guys. I have like water and like, I don't know, it was just too much because you're eating all day. So for those who drink probably alcohol, yes, you'll be very happy with that option. Now, flights with Mango, you can get flights with Mango straight to Zanzibar on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. So if you are planning around your trip, plan around those days for if you want a direct flight to Zanzibar and back, because the other days they don't do that and you might have to get another airline, and then you have to go through, you know, Tanzania and then Dar es Salaam and all that stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to go directly because I don't have time for all this transfers and stuff. So anyway, I had the night before checked with Mango flights, and I don't know what other flight deals, and is it Flight Center, I'm not sure, and check the flight prices to Zanzibar for that period, and to find that it was like 5,000 something returns. And when the lady was booking for me, it was a little bit more, so I inquired like, no. When I checked on your site, or was it Mango site, I'm not sure which one it was, it says this amount. So she changed that because she wasn't aware of that price. So I think you should also do your background checks and research and stuff before you go to agencies, because you know, sometimes they don't know that it's there, and you kind of help them, and you help yourself in the process. Yeah, so I end up getting a lower amount for the flights, if I'm not mistaken. Flight Center also organized the travel insurance for me, and I didn't know this, but one of my colleagues said to me that if you bank with certain banks, I bank with FNB, and you get like, you don't have to apply for travel insurance, but with FNB you have it covered somehow, so you can have to talk to the consultants there about that. Check on that, guys. I don't know, but I think for my next travels I will definitely look at that option, so I don't have to pay money for things like travel insurance when I can get it for free from my bank. I don't know, something like that. Definitely get a travel insurance, guys, for any like medical stuff, or for any like incidents that can happen there. You will definitely need this. South Africans do not require a visa to get into Zanzibar, but there is something that they gave me beforehand to fill in, so that when I get there I just can give it to with my passport to the people, and then, you know, just go through.
Guys, y'all listen.
Border control. Hey, you land, you get hit by this heat and this suffocating, in a way, humidity, and then the border control is just as you enter, so there's no aircon, it's just hot and humid, and you're carrying your bags, and you've been traveling for long, and you're just tired and everything, and now you have to go and like fill up this stuff. So luckily I've already filled it up, and I just went through. So yeah, and when you come back again you get something like that and just fill it in. So yeah, you don't need a visa, but you do need to fill in some forms. If your travel agency might give you one, or you can get one at the airport in Zanzibar. I also booked through Flight Center transfers from the airport to the hotel. I just say hotel, but resort, whatever it is, and the resort back to the airport. And this was the company Exotic Tours and Safaris Zanzibar. Here's the thing, guys. I bet you it was like a lot of money. It was pricey, especially I'm alone, so I'm not actually sharing the transport with anyone. But I would rather have that than actually is it the Dallas? I'm gonna get the right name down there. It's like a taxi or some sort of transport like that, where you're all in there and there's no aircon. It's just all the way. Imagine an hour, plus minus an hour from the airport to the resort, and you're feeling that, guys. But I don't think I would have managed it much, but yeah, it's still uncomfortable. And it was nice to be in a vehicle alone and with an aircon, so that was awesome. So yeah, definitely look at those people if you really want to get someone who just fetch you from the airport and then, you know, to the resort. And it kind of just like, especially when you're traveling solo, it kind of just, is it alleviate? It kind of just like reduces the stress that you already had of traveling and getting there and like not knowing the place. There are people already there waiting for you with their name on, like Tintwalo. I was like, yes, that's me. There's my bag. I'm just kidding. But yeah, the people were awesome. I was received by Muhammad. Hi. And he was like, he was an awesome guy. Like, he was like telling me about the history and everything as we were driving to the resort, and the kind of like tours that they do, because they are a tour company. And like, if I'm really interested, I should just let him know. So definitely, guys, yeah, go for these people if you want to. I'm sure there's other people that you can contact, but for me, these were the people, and I kind of trust them, and I had a good time with them, like the whole team. They're awesome. I've got my bank statement here because I can't find my invoice. So I paid 14,475 for everything, That is including the flights, the airport transfers, the accommodation, the meals, travel insurance. I think that's the 5 things. Probably it was a very expensive option, but if you can travel for cheaper, do that, especially when you have other people with you. It's kind of easier to just explore and not really feel like you're unsafe or whatever, but do that. Before going there as well, I had to get a yellow fever vaccine. Probably good to get it 2 weeks before you go. I got it like literally some days before I left. I got it on a Monday and I was leaving on Saturday, so. But this lasts for like 10 years, and guys, it costed me 490 where I went to the clinic that is certified to do this, to give me the shot. I had to pay 490 rands, and I was not prepared, guys. And then they recommended pills as well that you have to drink before, during, and after your Zanzibar holidays, trips, whatever. And it costed me, that brand that the lady recommended costed me 600 and something, and I was like, what? When I went to the pharmacy, they were like 600 and something. I'm like, huh? And when we went through the medical aid, I used Best Med, and they were like, okay, but the medical aid can pay like 400 and something, so I had to pay 200 and something rands. Yeah, like money was just flowing, guys. Just before I took off, money was just flowing. I was like, wow, this is what I got from Flight Center. Obviously not with this inks. This is actually from this that was like stuck on this. So yeah, this is what I got from the exotic tours and safaris people, and this is what I got from Flight Center. And as I open, oh, let me take this. You get something like this where you get your itineraries and accommodations, things like that, and it just confirms everything for you, who to call, stuff like that. My flight ticket documents, my travel insurance stuff, the card of the lady to call when I need help and stuff. And then this was she gave me 2 of these cards, and that's the one that I said that you don't have to, we don't need visas to go to Zanzibar, but they give you these cards, and she gave me 2 just in case I made a mistake. This is the yellow fever vaccine booklet that you get. So this lasts for 10 years, and when you get other shots and vaccines and stuff, you can put them all in here. International certificate of vaccine or prophylaxis. So this is what you get from the exotic tourist people. Woo! They tell you when they're gonna fetch you, when they're gonna like fetch you back to the airport and stuff. And honestly, I did not look through these things, guys. I didn't even do the, oh shoot, this is actually a survey I didn't do, but I probably would have given them 100% anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
What is this one? This is a welcoming one. Dear esteemed guests. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, and then he also gave me this map to show me the map of Zanzibar and stuff, and like the tours that they make, that they do. And yeah, so definitely recommend them if you go to Zanzibar. And before I left that morning, my flight was at 7, so I had to be there 2 hours before. That's at 4, 5. So I had to be there 2 hours before, or was I there 3 hours before? So like at 5. So my family woke up at 3 or 4. I don't remember, but somewhere around there, guys. Like rushing around to exchange my money, but the banks were closed, and I wanted to get my proof of address, because if you exchange money, they need your passport and proof of address, and I'm not sure if they need your flight tickets, but they definitely need your proof of address. And the place was closed, so my dad was like, just try ask them if you can show them on your phone, like, or like send them your proof of address online. And the lady said yes, you can do that, just send it by email. I was so thankful, guys, because I don't want to go to a place without any cash. I need cash with me, something. In Zanzibar they use the Tanzanian shilling and the US dollar. Let me show you. I only have like a few notes here. So this is 2000. What is this? Shillings, Tanzanian shillings, 2000. And this one is 10,000. I withdrew like around 400,000 Tanzanian shillings, 400,000 from an ATM, guys, to pay off my tours there. That was a lot of money. I've never seen so much money come out. Like, okay, I'm rich. So I'm definitely holding on to this because I feel myself going back to Zanzibar very soon. Then I exchanged around 2018 rands to get $130 US dollars. So yeah, that was what I exchanged. So I had a bit of money with me, and if I wanted to shop a little bit and buy clothes, I could when there's no ATM. So definitely get some money before you go there. And even if you get there, you can withdraw it at an ATM. But with that, is just that if your card doesn't work, then you kind of like screwed a little bit. So just make sure you have some cash while you sort out the card stuff. But also notify your bank on time, travel period, when you're going on holiday overseas, so that they don't block your card. So that's how much I paid for the trip, guys. I honestly don't know what else I'm leaving behind, but if you do remember something, let everybody else know, okay? And I thought, let me just do a video so that everybody knows what happened and how I did this. I hope you really enjoyed this video and that it was really informative. If you have any more questions, let me know. Do hit the subscribe button if you really like my videos, and let me know what else you want to see. I am here just to help people. So yeah, till next time, bye.